Alright guys, I'm Kurosaki-kun96, you know who you are, and this shall be my Final Fantasy VII Let's Play. I shall be using the 2012 remake for PC, and, well, I'll just save the further explanation for in the episodes, because this is taking longer than I thought. Well, specifically this episode. But yeah, sorry about any background noise. Try to ignore it as much as you can. If it gets too unbearable for me, then you'll know, because you won't be hearing this. Or I'll just be getting very angry very quickly. Now this game takes off almost immediately where Crisis Core finished. Or I should say that Crisis Core finished where this game starts. Seeing as Crisis Core, while it's a much newer game, it is the prequel. But I wouldn't recommend playing it just yet if you're thinking about it, because it kind of ruins this game for you. Okay, now, no complaints about the graphics. They're not that good, I'll admit. But if you're gonna complain to anybody, complain to Square Enix itself. Because those motherfuckers won't do a proper remake. I'm not too sure how well you can hear me, so I'll turn down the music. And the sound as well. That should be better. Now, first thing I'm gonna put out there, I will not be getting rid of any of the random encounter battles, but at the same time I won't show level grinding if I wind up doing it, which I probably will for reasons I'll explain next episode. But I will tell you what stuff happened in the level level grinding time. I'm going to keep the default names with almost everybody. There's going to be one exception to that rule, and you've already seen her. But I won't be naming her until next episode, when she becomes a proper party member. Ex-soldier, huh? I don't trust you. Press the directional buttons while pressing cancel to run. Yeah, whatever you say, Barrett. He doesn't seem to realize how annoying he can be at times. Well, I suppose that's a plus to being an idiot. And even this episode, it actually gives some pretty good examples on how much of an idiot he is. Now you may have noticed that this seems to have freezed up a couple of times. That was actually just me altering the settings a little bit. For some reason my computer won't record this in full screen, so I'm doing it in a window. So as I try to alter things, it seems to register it as me exiting the program, or clicking outside the program. Yo, this is your first time in a reactor? No. After all, I did work for Shinra, you know. The planet's full of Mako energy. People here use it every day. It's the lifeblood of this planet. Shinra keeps sucking the blood out with these weird machines. I'm not here for a lecture. Let's just do it. Alright, you're coming with me from now on. Now, I'm not too sure if you're gonna end up seeing it, but there is actually a glitch with Jesse in this area, but it only happens if you go into a random encounter as you're exiting. If you don't see it, I'll basically explain what it is. But I seem to have a good run with actually accessing the glitch, so you'll probably wind up seeing it. That is, if you follow Jesse. Now, if you're confused about the spell names at all, I'll give my own personal description on exactly what each of them are. Just check the description box for my videos at the bottom. I'll update it every time I start using a new spell, which I don't really like doing anyway. I much prefer to use physical attacks to magic, but you'll find there are some cases where it helps a lot. Particularly in this game, fighting mech units, like what I was just doing before. Lightning, or bolt magic I should say, which I'll say now in case it isn't that obvious, is equivalent to thunder in other games. It is extremely powerful against any machine type enemy. As you probably noticed, he was only doing 41 damage to that. Yet if I run into another one, I'll show you the power difference, because it's quite large. That question mark down there is a save point in this game. I'm not going to use it though. Oh, not that one, because I don't need it. I'm not saying that to sound overconfident or anything. It's just, it's not that difficult to get out of here. Even though you have to go back the exact way you came, with enemies still attacking you. But it's, again, that's not that difficult. You wouldn't expect it to be, when this is technically the first dungeon in the game. And Speaking of dungeons, everybody knows a dungeon has a boss, and a lot of people that play Crisis Core will recognize this one. Naturally, he's weaker than he was in Crisis Core, but he can be just as annoying when you consider that you can't just move freely. But again, it's not really that strong. Is it just me, or does this seem to be going pretty racist? I mean, I don't think Cloud has been attacked at all since Barrett joined the party. Everything's just gone towards him. Oh no, I was wrong. Next one's going to Cloud. Now you can already see that by using Bolt Magic, I'm probably doing about double the damage I would have been if I had used a normal attack. Now you may notice these attacks are slightly more powerful than the normal ones. I'll explain why next episode. Barrett, be careful. Attack while its tail is up, and it's gonna counterattack with its laser. You full of shit, Cloud. Uh-oh. Sorry, bad joke. I was more or less just showing that to show that that is easily its most powerful attack. If I kept that up, it probably would have taken me out. Even with Cloud here using Bolt Magic. Or maybe not. Okay, it says 10 minutes to detonation. I'll be honest, she can actually walk and still have over a minute left. Shit. But it takes too much time. This episode is already longer than I wanted it to be. So I think I'd better just hurry it up. Now in saying that, running from enemies is not exactly the most efficient method, because sometimes it can take longer to run away than what it does to just beat the living shit out of them. You know, this isn't Final Fantasy VIII, where there is actually a boss where you beat the shit out of it and then you run away. Watch Jesse from here. If I should enter a random encounter, but if I don't worry about it. Nah, no random encounter. Oh. Okay, we're a bit late, so probably won't show it. Basically what it is you enter a random encounter, and instead of climbing up the ladder, it instead shows Jesse more sliding up it. I mean, it's not particularly spectacular, I know, but it's pretty amusing. It looks funny. Yeah, I was too slow. Okay, when you attack an enemy from behind like that, you may have noticed it does double damage. So don't go playing like a freaking medieval knight and avoid attacking people from behind. Because honestly, it makes the game a lot easier. It's one of the things I've got to thank Square for putting in their games. But I suppose it's a pretty good basis for a turn-based RPG. Even though this technically isn't turn-based, the system is actually called ATB, or Active Time Battle. But it's essentially the same thing. It's only different from your conventional RPG in the sense that instead of having speed decide who goes first, it decides how frequently you attack. To this day, I don't understand why games do that. They give you a timer, and then regardless of how much time you've got, you seem to only just make it. I understand they probably do it to keep you in a hold on the game, but personally I find it pretty cheap. Just like Barrett. Like, why does he think we want to go back to their base when he's right there? Okay, give me my money. Okay, she'll become a playable party member next episode, but as you notice, you can't even give her a name yet. I'm sure I think most of you will immediately have recognized her. I'm gonna fight them. There's a series of 3 optional fights here. I'll tell you why I've done them, but I'll save that explanation for next episode, along with my explanation on the limit breaks. You'll find that it goes pretty hand in hand. So much ass with a sword against all these people with guns. And again, I suppose this is soldier we're dealing with, which are special Shinra forces unit. Again, gives a pretty good explanation on what Soldier is itself. It'll probably take something close to 5 episodes to get there though. So be patient. If I keep on talking about Soldier, and you have no fucking clue what it is. Well, shit. Oh yeah, I highly recommend looking at Cloud Strife 8's Final Fantasy VII Abridged. It's good for a laugh, and actually follows the story pretty well. But in saying that, try to only stay whereabout I am if you want to keep watching these, because it contains a shitload of spoilers. How the hell would I know? Do I look like a mind reader? You all weren't such scrubs. Hey Barrett, what about our money? Dumbass. Again, sorry about background noise. Looks like I'm a little late. You damn right, you were late. Come waltzing in here making a big scene. It's no big scene, just what I always do. How the fuck was that not a big scene? I can't help but comment, they've completely edited out the swearing in this game. It added a lot of comedy in the original, so it's quite annoying that they got rid of it. There were occasions where it was originally edited, but they've gone and got rid of it all in this one. Best example was back there, you noticed all those symbols when Barrett was speaking. In the original game, he said shit. I don't understand why they got rid of it. And look at that. Further proof at how racist this game is. The moment Barrett walks in, everybody else runs out. Well, I suppose it doesn't help that Barrett is meant to be based on Mr. T. So you can almost get away with it. Okay, I'm gonna skip this next little scene. It's basically just talking about the systems, the train system, and how it has ID scanners and shit like that, and about the 8 sections of Midgar. As I said, this is already longer than I wanted, so I'm just leaving this part out. Yeah, this is only important for the next episode, to talk about the ID sensors. Seriously important. Now, I wonder how many of you have noticed, Cloud seems to have multiple personalities. I mean, you gotta admit, it seems a little weird, doesn't it? Again, sorry about any background noise. The sister's got friends over, so it's proving to be a bit of a pain in the ass to record. Do you mind? yeah, I'm hoping that it doesn't become a recurring thing. I'm hoping it'll be just a one episode little problem. But I've been wanting to do this for months, so just put up with it. Any bigger and you're gonna blow a hole in the city. God, Barrett's an idiot. Well, I'll say he's an idiot, but he's a heavy-hitting idiot. Well, I suppose this game is actually full of very strong people. That is not what Barrett meant. He was not talking about the little girl. This is what he was talking about. Da 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 da. Introducing Tifa. That's right, everyone. Even Tifa had a pretty mellow origin. I'll be nice. Tifa thinks it's for her, so I'll just give it to her. I honestly don't know what happens if you give it to Marlene. And honestly, I don't care. I mean, this is one of those games where your decisions actually give very limited. It's very limited, but it's there. Changes the story a little bit. But at the same time, I'm not going to show at all. It's the same with characters in your party. Depending on who you have in your party, changes what everyone says. He wants to know if he was fighting someone from Soldier. I think you would know just by looking at their clothes. I mean, if they're wearing something close to Cloud and wielding swords, odds are they're in Soldier. Because the normal Shinra infantry, they're basically armed like police officers. As compared to Soldier, who wear different clothing from them, and as far as I can tell, they all use swords. Now you'll probably end up seeing a bunch of different people from Soldier throughout this game. Now, I'll say that, but in reality you'll only see them really as random encounters. But whatever, you know. Now, I want to point out something. Look in the top corner. That clearly says Texas, right? But this isn't Earth. This planet is actually called Gaia. It may basically be Earth in ancient Greek or something, but it's a completely different world. And that's not the only little slip up they seem to put in there. Okay, I've gotta say, this is really important. So if you're gonna remember anything from this episode, remember this. Because, as I said, this is really important. Any of the stuff on Cloud's past is important. Because later on it will explain Cloud's little problem with his personality. But if you want to see a real problem with his personality, look at the Square Enix version of Cloud. So that's Advent Children onwards. Because they have ruined him. Like, yes, he was always snide and sarcastic, but at least he could take a fucking joke. And he wasn't always an emo. Actually, in this game, he was quite cheery. Whereas, even in Crisis Core, he was a real depressing little shit. Sephiroth is not great. He has never failed to piss me off in an appearance. And that's saying something, because the first game I actually played with him in it was Kingdom Hearts. And he doesn't even have any story in that game. You just fight him. And he pisses me off. It's a shame that I can't get any decent recordings for Kingdom Hearts, because I was thinking of doing a Let's Play for that too. But I seem to have a lot of trouble with that. And I don't have a PS3 unit, so I can't just go on and download it, or get 1.5. But I'm hoping I'll be able to do one in the near future. I'm gonna get my hands on a PlayStation 4. And it should hopefully be online with that. I mean, they're putting Kingdom Hearts free on it, thank God. I mean, it's been, what, 12 years? And they're finally giving it to us? Okay, time to stop bitching about Kingdom Hearts. This is Final Fantasy. You got the next mission lined up? I'll do it for 3,000. What? Poor Barrett. Marlene school lead. Right. 2,000. You want to know why I don't believe she's getting any schooling? You'll see in a sec. I'll just go upstairs. She's only 4 years old in this game, and she's tending the fucking bar! Yeah, your team is going. Our target's the Sector 5 reactor. Head for a station first. I'll fill you in on the train. Yo, Cloud. Before the next mission, I got something I want to ask you. I don't really know how to use Materia. I'll give you that Materia fine. Just teach me how to use it. No. I'll give my own explanation for you guys, but it's too drawn out to just have Cloud sit back and tell Barrett. So whatever. Oh, and one last thing. If anybody knows how to find this weapon shop man, please send me a private message or something, because I have never been able to find him. Well, next time we'll be going to the Sector 5 plan. Not everything's going to go to plan, and we'll have another chance encounter with everyone's favourite flower girl. Except this time she'll become a party member. Well, this is Kurosaki-kun 96. See you all next time. I'm hoping to get a new episode up in a week, but don't take me too reliably. I mean, I've got other stuff to go with going on. Well, Psychic Code 96, out.